Hello and welcome back to the TLNe192 podcast with me, Bungle, and of course the ever wonderful Millie.
Hello. We are back.
Where were we?
We are talking E2. My God, we're doing well. It's a Sunday morning, dear listeners.
Yeah.
I'm currently sipping on my second coffee of the day, and it is stone cold. So sorry to any coffee snobs out there. Bung is drinking some sort of...
that is this energy drink C4.
Oh my God, other energy drinks are available.
This is one of my favourites though.
We're doing well. Either way, where we left off, dear listeners, was the Friday of Empire E1 2026. The good, the bad, and the dusty.
Yep.
And Claudia had done Prince's Council. She'd taken all of the various different notes. And we had found out that the Empire and the Imperial armies were going to go to Midwold the next day to fight some dastardly rebel marchers.
Those dastardly rebellious marchers.
Oh, honestly, I was so excited for this. So talk me through your Saturday morning routine, Bungle.
Well, my Saturday morning routine, that was wake up at 6:30, witness the frost on the ground, and build a small fire because it was very cold and I was very awake.
It was incredible just how much the temperature dropped overnight, and it's so funny thinking how hot it was during the day, but then how flippin' freezing it got.
Yeah, the temperature drops off really quickly over there. It's crazy.
Yeah. So do you have a little coffee set up and is everything as well? Do you have like little coffee mornings over in Navarre?
Not properly. I mean, I occasionally have got my stovetop mocha pot, which I'll occasionally chuck that on a gas stove to make a coffee. I am looking at investing in a cowboy coffee percolator.
Oh, are they? Are those the ones where you light the fire inside the pot and then you can kind of like? No,
that's a Kelly kettle. That's for boiling water, whereas the percolator was sort of, especially ones for what was I saying? Cowboy coffee. You can basically, you chuck a load of beans into a section, chuck water in there, and it works similar to a mocha pot, but it makes a much bigger batch.
Whoa. And
yeah.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it is. And like I say, you can do it over an open fire or on a stove. So
I'm always fascinated. I mean, I know that a lot of LARPers run on Monster and Red Bull. But I'm always fascinated.
Can confirm.
Honestly, I'm always fascinated by what other players do in the mornings to get that caffeine and to actually get their engines going.
Yeah.
So please feel free to let us know, dear listeners, what you guys drink in the mornings to ready yourselves for battle.
Yeah. Another little trick I found was some great little chocolates, which is called pocket coffee, made by Ferrero.
Oh my God, I love those. The ones where they literally have like a shot of espresso in them.
Yeah, like liquid coffee inside of them.
Oh my God, yes.
And they are brilliant. Yeah. Just for a little pick-me-up during the day. Yeah. Nom nom nom.
As is blatantly obvious, dear listeners, we at the TLNe192 podcast are not health experts. Please do not live by our standards.
Far from it. I am so heavily caffeinated, it's ridiculous.
Yep. Because over in the league, we like to do things a little differently. We have our little coffee mornings where we all make ourselves a nice little cafetiere, sit at our dining room table within our in-character camp, and drink and observe the world go by.
How the other half live.
Honestly,
those people have got many, many thrones.
It's also the fact that our friend Gordon, who I don't think he's coming back to Empire, but he used to have a Turkish coffee set up. So like one of those.
Ooh.
Oh, honestly.
The hot sand.
Yeah. Well, maybe not the hot sand, but the hot coals definitely.
Well, yeah.
But I'm seeing him at Menez in next week. Jesus. So at the time of listening, dear listeners, I will be still in the office as always, but prepping for Menez. So yeah, think of me fondly as I'm drinking coffee with my bubble glowing pipe and sitting outside the Menez tent. Which is where you will find me on the Saturday evening and the Sunday morning. But yeah, so as back to Empire, back to the right system. As we said earlier on, we were getting ready to monster on our Saturday.
Well, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, my knee decided it didn't want to play ball with me.
No.
So I was like, rather than risking pushing my knee too far and ruining the rest of my weekend, I decided just to relax and bimble. Yay!
Yeah. A bimble is good. What did you get up to when you were bimbling?
Sold frogs. Sold so many frogs.
But I mean, to be fair, the non-com market within the Empire is the best one because it's where you've got all the kids.
Yep.
You've got loads of people that like trinkets and things. So did you make a lot of money or no?
I made a fair amount of cash.
Nice.
So I am sitting quite pretty. Probably not as much as you were being a wonderful leaguer, but for a Navari to have like several thrones in their back pocket, it's quite satisfying.
I mean, you're still doing. I made no money this weekend. We'll talk about what I got up to later, but most of it was spent on Dornish mulled wine, and matcha chili hot chocolate, which was amazing.
One thing I can really recommend for a LARP breakfast. Yana's maple bacon flapjacks.
Oh, I still am yet to have some of that.
Oh, you are missing out. I'll put an order in for next summit and make sure there's some for you as well.
Yes, please. I will happily navigate my way through the field and find Navarre for that stuff because it's.
Oh yeah, one of them in the morning for breakfast. Oh my god.
Anyway, back on
not
point.
Sponsored yet.
Back on point, Bug. Can you tell I haven't had breakfast yet? So
sorry.
So you were doing your little bimbles. And
what were you doing?
So, as we were all mustering as monsters, and what I found really funny was the panic on some people's faces when they go, "Oh my god, we have to get Marcher kit." Because obviously we're so used to monstering as either the Druge, the Thule, the Grendel, or am I missing any?
Jotun. We haven't forced Thule for a long time.
Oh yeah, because we're at peace with the Thule for now, right?
Yeah. Spit.
Or their human indentured servants. Besides, So being able to go and actually get things from the traders to be silly little marchers was on the top of our list in the morning. And what I love at Empire and various other systems is the fact that the traders are open before time in. So there were some traders that were open from 8, so we could go and panic buy kit. And something that I found out from Steph, who's one of the traders who often comes. She makes these amazing like leather bound tankards that are specific to each system, and the leather straps are interchangeable. Very smart, genius.
Yeah.
But she was saying that it's good for traders to know the options for monstering before they come to an event, because then they'll put that color scheme and that stock forefront of the stores so that you can honestly
very smart,
genius. Anyway, business acumen besides. Myself and Alex were running around the traders, managed to find a couple of bits for our kit. We decided against buying really cute little Marcher felt hats because we were like, it says on the brief that we have to be serious marchers. They won't be wearing cutesy little hats, and we didn't want Monster to be mad at us. However, how wrong we were when I turned up and half of the EMUs were all wearing matching straw hats.
Well, I mean, EMUs get special dispensation on this sort of thing because they are the elite or whatever. So
for anyone who doesn't know what an EMU is, it's an elite military unit. So it's the players who are very good at getting into scraps and are often teamed up with the crew side skirmish teams and things like that to go get special missions.
Yeah, each nation will usually have an EMU unit.
Yeah,
which are purely a group of people who will get together on the monstering days, and basically the expectation to be in the EMU is you like a good scrap and your kit level is higher than your standard sort of foot soldier.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the people who've got all the massive amounts of monster costume and stuff like that. It's purely because they'll be the ones who are doing crazy things, like you'll have execution squads behind the lines with some things, and that will usually be an EMU or skirmish crew doing that.
Yeah. exactly. And the EMUs are the ones that often get the most legwork in as well. So, which is why,
a lot of running.
Yeah, which is why Alex and I very quickly went over to the non-com or low-com monster briefing, which I really love. We have an amazing sort of team behind the low coms, and our briefer is somebody, I believe their OC name is Sharon, but we call them Monster Mum. And it was so funny because normally I'm used to seeing them snazzed up because they'll tend to put their orc mask on. No, everyone was marchers. It was very weird seeing all of the monster briefers' faces for the first time.
Yeah, must have been odd for the marchers trying to figure out, do I kill this person or not?
Yeah. So we were getting our briefing. There were 3 goals that the Imperial Army had for that day. They basically had to kill our leader, who was a marcher rebel called Samuel. I can't remember the second name. And then they also had to rescue an Imperial prisoner who was being held by us. And then the third one was basically to wipe out his commanders and things like that. So standard go in and quench the rebels mission brief.
It's what the Imperials are great at, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. One thing I will say as a Millie self-care OC notes when going for monster briefs at Empire with the new site, as always, there was limited shade. So especially when you start getting your orc masks on and things like that, plan accordingly and bring water bottles, etc., etc. Make sure that your water bottle is properly filled up before you actually enter the monster area, because the closest standpipe was a couple of minute walk away. Worst case, you do have time after the briefing to go and grab water, but yeah. So Alex and I had brought a little picnic with us. We had we were being really healthy, Bungle. Gone are the days of...
You mean there was no pocket sausage?
Honestly, gone are the days of pocket sausage. I had 2 bananas.
Who are you and what have you done with my Millie? Honestly,
2 bananas, a satsuma, and some healthy cereal bars were what was in my pouch today. So yeah, we had a nice little briefing. I got to catch up with a load of friends. So a lot of the Navari lot, so the Embercast, the Dreadshields, and a couple of other guys. I loved just seeing everybody. It was really nice. Got to see some marchers turn Varushkans, so Ren and Isaac and that group, and it was really nice just to have a little OC check-in. I may or may not have been used as target practice for the monster archery block, which was great fun, to be fair. We sort of went off, had our briefing, and then before we knew it was time, we all entered the battlefield for the first time. And it was, again, as with the main player field, it was all ragwort. Which, unlike the player field, it hadn't been trampled down yet.
Yeah, so it was going to be pretty gnarly, I guess.
Yeah, oh my god, it was so... Luckily, I had antihistamine through my eyeballs, and everything was antihistamine, because watching my friend Tom and Alex as we were walking through this shin high ragwort, watching their eyes begin to stream, and the amount of sneezing and coughing and all of that suddenly started occurring. I was very, very lucky. But I will say this, aesthetically, it did look really cool, because it was kind of like we were mustering on a real Civil War battlefield. It was really cool.
It must have had that sort of really awesome sort of feel, especially as everyone's starting to sort of get into their blocks.
Oh my god, yeah, it was really good. And the one thing that saddened me greatly was we were told we were not allowed any comedy marcher BS. But we still, our unit still made a little chant for our football team. So, you got to slip some in there somewhere.
Yeah, you got to have something.
Yeah, exactly.
Let them know your marches.
Yeah, exactly. But we formed up our lines on the other side of the battlefield. It is a huge field. But it is, again, unlike the Dadford battlefield, there's no tree cover or anything. So it is pretty much just a flat space. And as the Imperials were starting to come through, my god, Bung, there was a lot of them. So we were fighting against, let me see if I can remember. So it was monstering were Navarre, Varushka, the League.
Dawn?
Yeah, so it was, exactly. It was Dawn. So the League, Dawn, Navarre, Urizen, and Varushka. There we go. So, so on the other side, it was the Imperial Orcs, Wintermark, the Freeborn, so the Brass Coast, and the Marchers.
And High Guard.
And High Guard, yes. So watching them all come through was really cool. And it was a huge force that the Imperials put out. And then sort of standardly, as it was, 2 massive blocks of lines sort of slowly start marching towards each other.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. What was really fun was we both had archery blocks. So watching the organised marcher, the sort of Imperial marchers lining up and sort of taking shots at each other was really, really fun. And then what happened was really interesting because the marcher side, so marchers and the Freeborn, they kind of engaged first, whereas a lot of the real clanky people within High Guard and the Crimson Reapers were there as well because they were with the Imperial Orcs. They kind of engaged with our lines a lot later. And where I was, it was like we were steamrolling.
That's the problem when the squidgy stuff hits first.
Yeah.
They can get enveloped.
Yeah. And the poor Freeborn, I'm not going to say donut because that is very much Dornish territory, but something similar to a sandwich baked good was created.
Oof.
And I do remember seeing my really good friend Harvey, his character with the amazing antlers. I believe he's a pride priest. My unit quickly steamrolled over his little group, and we did a little bit of taunting as he was bleeding out, and I felt really bad.
You meanie.
I know, but luckily my little marcher medic had left her cutting axe at home, so she didn't cut him down.
And you didn't harvest any of his limbs?
No, that came much later, when the bodies were properly piling up.
Oh dear.
But yeah, so I mean, monstering as a sort of low com is quite good fun because you end up sort of being a physic, an arrow runner and things like that. So it's a great way of seeing how different nations fight. Some of my favourite medical RP, because a lot of the nations that were fighting had so many cleaves, Bungle. It was ridiculous. So we ended up sort of, as you say, harvesting limbs from various other dead bodies and sewing them back on to our dear monster friends. Now, I'm not going to say that Alex and I were experts because some people ended up with 2 left feet, a left arm and a right hand and, all of the other bits and bobs. So it was a bit chaotic.
Well, as long as you didn't give an archer a foot for a hand, that's fine.
Sure, that definitely didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about. But it's really fun. And I love it when the monster players kind of do play along with it. So thank you to everyone that humoured us. I think poor Liberty and Tom got the brunt of a bit of my RP, so I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, so we did that. One thing I like that I really enjoy doing as well is when our lines are kind of halted, there's an opportunity for the low coms and the idiots among us to put themselves past the front lines to taunt friends on the other side. So I found a little group of High Guarders that I know quite well. High Guarders of High Guard that I know really well, and was shouting various.
Highborn.
Yeah, are they? Is that what they're called?
I don't know.
Probably
no
not.
idea.
They do lord it over us enough. So but either way. Yeah. I was in the High Guard lines and taunting them about mothers being in my tent and how the fact that they should just let the Empire burn and free the marchers, etc., etc. And it was so fun until I took an arrow to my face.
No.
Yeah.
Never good.
No, and I know that in the heat of battle, things can get like like obviously you don't want to shoot over the really tall soldiers in clank, so people tend to go through the lines and shoot. But there is, I don't know off the top of my head what the minimum engagement distance is for.
I should look
for
that
archery.
Up, really,
I think it's
planning on going archer.
I think it's
at some point.
5. I want to say 5 meters, but I think that might be a bit too much. But it was a direct hit to my face. Like my lip started bleeding and swelling up. I felt like I just had lip fillers put in. So I was like, I think I'm done now. It was starting to get pretty hot. So as it looked like the Imperials weren't doing so well, so I sort of decided that the monsters could do without a medic or a physic, and we trundled off to get our post-battle milkshakes. The delightful tradition that is, and even got a crepe with it as well. So that was a good little refuel.
Very nice.
I know, and then returned to getting ready and actually getting in character. Do you remember what it was like? Because obviously Navarre was all monstering as well, so you would have had the same experience. But did you see any of the Imperials coming back from the gate?
I was out and about when everyone was coming back, but I got to see the muster and people going through the gate.
Yeah.
Because I was at the Dreadshield camp, which was right next door to the Sentinel gate, basically.
Oh my God, the dream.
Yeah. It's insane, but it's funny for mustering because we have to go away from it and then come back to it.
Yeah.
But just seeing all the Imperial forces initially queuing up in the main road up to it, which obviously that's traditional. You usually see that as you're going past Highguard if you're walking somewhere. But to see that so close to the camp, to hear all the chants of everything going on, and then and then you're seeing the people obviously running through the grate, and then obviously beyond the extraction point or whatever, you see them basically crossing into the new zone. So they're going through the OC area before going to the field, which obviously that's where they disappear.
Yeah.
But seeing them sort of basically just charging through and just seeing that, it would have been amazing. I'm guessing from your side, seeing them charging onto the field from the far distance again would have been like,
oh my God, so cool.
Especially across the big flat field.
Yeah.
You're just like watching them charging in towards you. I remember like having that on the old Dadford site, but a lot of the time since we were the Navarre lot, we were usually dumped in the woods somewhere.
Yeah.
Whereas rather than being out on the front line.
Yeah, I do really like it, especially when it's a lot of the line fighter nations. So, I mean, obviously, whenever the Imperial Orcs are fighting, they will be the ones that go through first. And watching them sort of run out and then get followed by clank and lines and like the colour. I love seeing the Brass Coast when they get onto the field because it's just colour and like
it's
flags and banners. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's a beautiful sea of fighting force.
Yeah, it is really fun, and I do really enjoy being on the battlefield. If anybody is nervous about being a proper like line fighter or risking their character's life on the actual battlefield, I will always recommend monstering because you can do what I do where you kind of go, because I hate frontline fighting. It's not for me with Festlop systems at all. But
it can be a bit overwhelming and intense.
Being so close to all the action and then actually kind of not feeling like you're at risk because you can just respawn is really fun. If anybody hasn't ever tried monstering, feel free to. I think it's great. And it's always good as well to bolster monster numbers so the players get a bit more of a fight as well. It's very fun. So we got back from the gate and got ready. Kind of while we were getting ready, we slipped in character because obviously we were all in our own kit. We were just putting things like makeup and stuff on. And had like a golden thread meeting to talk about what we had got up to the night before. I filled them in with what had gone on Prince's Council and what the League were up to and what they were trying to get done, and let them know about this really cool mandate that was going to happen to help make business upgrades cheaper. And then we kind of agreed that our money and resources would go towards buying up wains of white granite and various different things so that we could prepare for these cheaper upgrades and stuff like that. So And also Claudia had a little debt with the Crimson Reapers that she had to clear.
Of course she did.
Only a little one. It was one wain of white granite and 4 crowns.
What's the going rate on that at the moment?
3 and a bit thrones. I think they're selling at 4 thrones and 2 crowns now. But yeah, so luckily we had Monty, the Incredible James, on it. He's our money man, so we kind of sent him off on his merry way to buy up as much stuff as possible. What did you get up to?
Well, like I said, I had a bimble. This was after resetting the glue on my boot. Because the fire I built that morning, I sort of stretched out and relaxed a little bit too close, and my foot was right underneath the fire pit bowl. I was like, I can smell burning plastic. Oh shit, have I set fire to my shoes? Like, oh no, it's fine. Then, oh wait, no, the sole's falling off. So I'm sort of had to sit there for about half an hour just holding my sole in place while the glue re-solidified.
Oh my god.
So thankfully boots are fine, all sealed up and great. There's a little squeak where there's an air bubble in there now, which is going to drive me insane. But it's a price I've got to pay for being an idiot and putting my foot too close to a fire.
It's a locator. It's not a squeaker. It's an echolocator for if you know.
It's to save you on GPS for me.
Yeah, if Gwyddian's ever walking through a snowstorm, we can now find him by the telltale squeak of his boots.
Yep. But yeah, I basically bimble around like the market, and then start going around the rest of Anvil, sort of just to get the lay of the land, because new site, new layout. All the camps are basically in different locations to where they used to be. Like Navarre is between Dawn and Urizen now.
Yeah.
And then sort of over the way from like the League, the Marchers, Highguard are further away, Wintermark on the opposite end of the field, Bars Coast are between that.
And the Marchers are kind of half and half as well. They're like half in one field and half in the other. It's huge.
It's absolutely insane how huge the site is. It's like, I remember seeing the pictures from when they were first talking about, like, right, this is the entirety of Dadford, including the battlefields.
Yeah.
And that's inside what is now Anvil.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, yeah. Fair enough. It's gigantic.
Yeah. And it was really cool to see what each of the nations did with the space that they had. As we said last episode, with all of the like little character areas like the plaza in the League and stuff like that. Thank you, Daniel, as well. He let us know after listening to the Friday episode that Highguard has their chapel is their kind of communal area. I never really make it to Highguard, but I'm hoping to.
Yeah, I did have a wander through there on my little wanders.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said earlier in the episode, I sold so many frogs on the Saturday.
Nice.
And I think it was down to my lucky frog pants I was wearing. The box shorts I happened to have with me were ones that were just covered in little tree frogs and stuff like that. I was just like, let's wear them on the frog selling day. And, it seemed to work.
Okay, you heard it here first, dear listener. If you interact with Gwyddian in field at Anvil, there is a 25% chance.
Yeah, we'll say that because I'm going to be wearing clean underwear. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, there we go. So there is a small possibility that he is wearing bedecked, lucky tree frog underwear. But yeah, so you were selling frogs and exploring.
Yep.
We did something similar with the Golden Thread. We went on our little bimble because the reason why I was in debt to the Crimson Reapers, it was Heidi von Holberg at the time, but I don't know where she's moved to. She was selling her business and moving to a congregation. If you didn't see Steph in her new kit, oh my God, it's insane. It's so good. I just am in awe of that woman and her sewing skills, because she genuinely looked like a Leaguish bishop. Her hat game, insane. So that's why I was in debt to the Reapers, was because I'd bought a bathhouse in Holberg. So one thing that's quite cool about having sort of a backstory with your resource, like military unit or whatever, is the fact that it now kind of depicts what kind of stuff I can sell. I mean, you can sell anything in field, right? But now I think I'm gonna go down the like bath salts and massage oils kind of thing. I might see, because obviously I get through a lot of coffee. I might see if I can make handmade coffee body scrub. Because it's very good for you.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it also does not cost that much money because the coffee beans are already there.
You've already got the coffee beans.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I was in debt, and we kind of needed to go and find more resources and more money. And as we were going, I noticed a small group of High Guard sort of gathered by there, and one of them in particular looked very familiar. His name is Cass, and he had, over the long dark, frequented my new bathhouse, but had not paid his bar tab, Bung.
Ooh, dear.
Now, there is one thing that Claudia Trevisana de Richeza de Salvos, Bandatori, the Golden Threads, now frequenting Holberg, does not stand by.
What's that?
That is an unpaid bar tab. So I charged over there, like I very dramatically threw my like tankard of water on the floor and sort of grabbed Cass. Obviously OC checking beforehand to make sure it was okay. And was sort of like shaking him about a bit and being like, what the hell have you, like, Cass, you entered into a contract with me when you entered my establishment. The deal is that you pay your tab and you owe me a considerable sum of money. However, what I did not realise, my dear Bungle, was that members of Cass's group, the Silent Tide, take a vow of poverty.
Ooh.
So that is why Cass did not pay his bar tab. So we have a little bit of an argument, a bit of a tussle. Cass's friends try and chip in and be like, no, he's incredibly virtuous. Don't worry about it. It's all fine. And I go, oh, virtuous. I will offer you a deal, Cass. You work for me to pay off your debts. And I won't beat you or take your life in payment for your debt.
Okay, so definitely not indentured servitude.
No, I would like to say it is a work experience to show those of the Silent Tide that take vows of poverty that prosperity and money and material possessions are not necessarily evil. And that it is totally fine to walk around completely bedecked in gold, throwing coins. So I would say,
as you do.
Yeah, it was an outreach project.
Okay.
So I then what was a bimble turned into a requisition of of people,
manservant.
Yeah, exactly that. And obviously, because it's Saturday on Empire, the first thing we did was go and fetch Cass a mask. Because it's all very well and good having a High Guard person follow you around, but especially when they go, I could fight the Reaper. You kind of go, no, you can't, and you will be wearing this mask. Thank you very much. And we kind of start bimbling back to the League. Ran into Bella de Sarvos of the Crimson Reapers, who had a business proposition for dear Claudia. Well, I didn't. Have you ever heard of Prospero's Loom, Bung?
I haven't.
So Prospero's Loom is, as I understand it, and I'm happy to be corrected, dear listener, is a autumn. Prospero was an autumn eternal ? Stand by.
No idea. I don't. I'm so bad with any sort of ritual and eternal stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe as a new character, I might go down that route.
Yeah.
But as it is at the moment, it's like my brain has no space for it.
So I'm slowly getting my head around the Eternals, but yes, so Prospero is an Eternal of Autumn. So Eternals, for anyone who doesn't know, are kind of like aspects of gods, except where they're gods in other systems, these are realms. So they basically represent the aspects and characteristics of that realm. So Prospero is known as the Golden Prince, master of influence, flavors, influence, favors, and serendipity. So
I'm saying that when you're drunk,
honestly, and the reason why he's quite cool is, I say he, assuming the gender of an Eternal, but the reason why that Eternal's pretty cool is the fact that they are the Lord of the Loom. And the sovereign lord of the city of bridges and the prince of ties. So kind of basically, he is a weaver and not a big fighter. So is kind of really cool for ritual mages and things like that. So Prospero's loom is a thing that allows people to cast really powerful ritual magic, but for resources and things like that. So you can go in there, and what Bella de Sarvos was coming to me with was, I have a slot on Prospero's loom that needs to be auctioned off. And for anyone who doesn't know, because it does sound a little bit misleading, Bandatore is actually Portuguese, I think, for auctioneer, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, it's a very awesome word.
Yeah, I know, it's good. Banditore. But yes, so the auction slot involved the ability of a player to cast a level 10, or not level 10, a mag 10 astral projection, which they could then also put in a bit more money, and the Eurazeni would cast a ritual on it to upgrade it to a mag 15.
Wow.
Yeah, so big powers, very strong, but instead of having to pay mana, which is what you normally pay for rituals like that, you could pay with resources and bid resources, which is a really cool side of autumn magic, is that kind of like recycling of resource and putting it back into out of the field, basically, to keep the economy rolling.
Because Ephesus Scales, that's autumn as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So Ephesus Scales is, again, a really cool system where you return phys reps and anything and everything you can send off to the autumn realm, and then you can haggle and sort of negotiate with an autumn herald, and they'll give you resources that you want in return. And what I really like is it can be anything other than food substances, because you can't be feeding those autumn Eternals.
No. Don't want to feed them too much.
No. So you can literally, I remember stories of people putting things that they'd made, so like your tree frogs, for example, or sort of gifts and boons to the autumn realm. And seeing the Crimson Reapers do it is insane. Because why do something with a small box when you can do it with 10 boxes filled to the brim with resources?
Jesus Christ.
Honestly, insane work. I don't understand how they do it. But yes, so Bella de Salvos comes up to me and goes, "Claudia, you're an auctioneer, aren't you? Do you want to do some work for us?" And I said, "Yes, absolutely, Bella de Salvos, you beautiful, beautiful woman. This is what I need." And I agree to do the auction for her for a price. I wanted in on their next Ephesus adventures. So this is about 2:00 in the afternoon, and the loom auction was at 3. So we kind of just sort of chilled in the league until then, showing Kaz around and being like, This is what your vow of poverty is stopping you from getting.
Yep, this is all the fancy stuff you can't afford.
Yeah. What were you up to around sort of 1-2 o'clock, Bung?
Around that sort of time, I'd finally caught up with Nim of the Entwined Paths.
Nice.
So we're finally able to hand over the shield, the materials, and get them to arrange to do the ritual of Hammer's Timeless Rhythm.
Nice. What does that do?
So that ritual enables an artisan to not only do the item overnight rather than during downtime.
Yeah.
It also means rather than the item being formed anew as it would with a normal artisan skill, it's reworking an existing item.
Okay.
So rather than, since it's Caro's shield, I don't want a brand new shield that looks the same, blah, 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 but isn't the shield. So having it reworked means it's still Caro's original shield that's being passed on.
That's cool.
So it's basically, it's an in-game way of basically spending more mana to keep the same item rather than having to keep re-upping it. Nim also did the maths in regards to the getting it done as an artifact for cost-wise, and when it would even out.
So, and getting it done as an artifact means that you wouldn't have to cast. It's just a permanent item, right?
It basically it would have it would be have Ilium done it, so you wouldn't have to have the ritual done. It would permanently be set as a physical item. But you need a Ring of Liao per item for the craft.
Ouch.
Yeah, this is a 12-item craft. And for it to break even, it's 17 years.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, because Ilium is, I think, last time I was seeing it go for about 4 thrones and 3.
Yeah.
So I think it's just going to keep up annually doing this rather than the Ilium it'll be a great thing in the long run, but
yeah,
it's not really worth it.
It's something that we noticed doing the maths about upgrading businesses, because obviously we were doing this thing with white granite, and Tom, who is just a brain box, was saying that if you buying white granite, we were buying it at sort of 3 thrones 8, and we needed 2 of them to upgrade our businesses to level 3. So that's 6 thrones and 6 thrones 4 crowns?
Yeah.
Which is a lot. The upgrade between level 2 and level 3 only gets you 2 crowns extra, if that.
Yeah.
So to cover the cost of the upgrade resources, it's still 8 summits to do it. It takes so long.
But in the league, having an upgraded business means, do you get more votes that way?
Yeah, exactly. So that's you only get 1 or 2 extra votes as well. And most people buy votes in 10s. Because that's the standard amount that you get. So again, it's you don't really see that much return on your investment. But in character-wise, Claudia is now building a rooftop bar and plunge pool in her.
Ooh.
So anybody who doesn't pay their tabs, Cass, will get thrown in the plunge pool.
Well, I think Grithy might have to spend some time in Holberg during the downtime.
You absolutely should. I am making that bathhouse bougie as hell.
I'm going to bring it down and make it all grimy with my Navarre dirt.
No, bring your knitted tree frogs, and we can make a forest room. How about that? We'll make a little forest room that the Navari will have a nice time in.
A Navari swamp.
Oh no! Frequently cleaned Navari steam room. But yeah, so yeah, it's a funny thing. Looking at return on investments, I don't like the fact that in character resource management makes me have to think about real world financial stuff. Don't like it, but kind of important, I suppose. So you got Kara's shield done as well and got it re-up. Did you get to see the ritual at all, or was it just booked in for later?
I didn't. They booked it in for later. I mean, the Entwine Paths are prime location for the Reggio, at least last summer they were.
Oh my god, yeah.
That you walk out of there. I mean, their camp setup is absolutely amazing.
It's beautiful.
The tent frontage they've got, which is done by Bob.
Yeah.
Is something else, and having that, and then they've got their private area at the back.
Yeah.
But you walk out the front there, cross the road, you're at the Reggio.
Yeah. They also had within the Star Seekers, they had the Stag Pottery group there as well.
Yes.
Honestly,
their pottery is
work.
so good.
So good.
I remember they did Callum's boots, didn't they?
Oh
for
my
the
god,
Crimson
yeah.
Reapers?
They made those boots, so they're basically pottery well, like I'm going to say they look like Wellington boots, but obviously they're painted up to look like anything and everything.
Yeah.
The noise that they make when you drink out of them makes me so happy.
Hits.
Oh my
Bloop.
God, it's so good. If anybody has ever had a chance to drink out of a pottery boot, the weird
a glass boot does the same, but a bigger one will really send that beer straight into your face when that bloop hit happens.
Yeah, exactly. It's an experience, and it's one that I really miss. So, Nikki, please bring back the clay boots commissions, please. Thank you. But anyway, carry on. And time paths. Yep.
So all that jazz is done. Mm-hmm. Then obviously I'd mentioned in the previous episode about Neve having her bonds ripped.
Yeah.
Or stripped from her. So basically, find out she's having an inquisition done later at 5. But it turns out, initially the plan was the person who was doing the inquisition was going to decide whether they get their binding of thorns back after that or not.
Yeah.
The egregores were like, no, she's not going into the inquisition without her binding.
Oh.
So me and the rest of the Dreadshields, we'll head down to you'd think the Songs and Story Circle where they normally do a a binding of thorns.
Yeah.
But just so happens we decide where it is where the Inquisition is going to happen in the Drunken Goose.
Amazing.
So yeah, in the Drunken Goose, go get a drink from the bar, and then watch Neve be yelled at by the egregores for a little while, and then receive her binding into thorns, and of course they start doing Painted.
Yeah.
And I've mentioned it before on the podcast. It's one of those songs that will always make me cry.
Yeah.
Just it's such, especially the haunting way it's sung, especially at bindings, is something else.
Yeah. It is stunning. It must have been a really cool bit of RP as well to have something so like of such national importance done in such a private way. That must have been so cool. I big credit to egregores in general. Like the Navari ones are amazing. Because they're the ones that, sort of helped me through my first few summits and things like that. But for anyone who doesn't go to Empire, egregores are crew that are NPCs within that nation. They are a fount of knowledge for everything that nation does. And they are also an incredible signposting thing to help you kind of engage with the game and get game from what you want and things like that. Like they are amazing.
It's like you have any questions about like who do I need to speak to? You speak to your nation's egregore. They will be able to either point you in the right direction or take you in the right direction.
Yeah. Exactly. The Leaguish egregores are pretty awesome. We've got the Harlequin, and there was a new egregore, I believe they were new, called the Doctor, who was literally looked like a plague doctor it was so cool. But yeah, like hats off to all egregores in all nations. Like you guys work your socks off every weekend. So thank you.
I think we got 4 in Navarre at the moment.
Yeah, I think we've got a similar number. And also Grud in the Imperial Orcs is the best. Like, oh my God, he's wonderful.
Oh, it's the really, really pale orc.
Yeah, pale orc who goes around handing out dooms just before people walk through the Imperial in through the Sentinel Gate.
Yes, and their ritual for opening the gate is always something to see. Yeah. If you get a chance to watch it, go.
Yeah.
I just hope you're not squeamish at the sight of blood.
Yeah, fake blood, not real blood.
Yeah, fake blood, obviously. Yeah, but.
Yeah, we love them. Anyway, back on topic.
Yeah.
So you definitely not shed a tear at Painted.
Oh yeah, definitely didn't. Not at all crying.
No, not at all. Definitely not. I mean, crying's okay, but you know what I mean. And then did you hang around for the Inquisition or no?
I initially did, but it was taking quite some time, and my knee was going, "You need to go sit down."
Yeah.
So headed back off round to the Dreadshield camp because our plan for the evening was. There's a certain group in the marchers doing some toasties.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, that's where we're going to go.
Oh my God, yes. I never made it to the Maris Pipers for toasties.
They were so good.
But it did get so hot towards the end of the day. Like towards sort of 4 or 5 o'clock was really when the heat was starting to get to us. I was really beginning to struggle. And luckily, because I say luckily, unfortunately, not as many people turned up for the auction for Prospero's Loom as we thought. So so we didn't need an auctioneer, which was great because I'd already taken payment for the service of this favor. So I was like, excellent, wonderful, and had gone off to find some shade. Because I'd gone to take a nap in my tent, but my tent was uninhabitable with the amount of heat in there.
Yeah. One thing I found, because my tent was also doing the same thing, getting unbearable on the Friday. So what I ended up doing was, you've got those half moon windows at the bottom.
Yeah.
Open 2 of them on a diagonal.
To get a little through draft.
Yeah, and basically that meant my tent during the day was a nice ambient temperature rather than scorching hot and full of just stuffy hot air.
Yeah, I think
just remember to zip them up before it gets dark.
Yeah, and try and keep the heat in.
Yeah.
This is another reason why I kind of want to work on my in character camping setup. Is because I want to be able to leave the canvas pulled back on my tent, but keep the mesh door open so that it kind of, as you say, keeps the heat circulating and stuff like that. But my tent was a mess, so but I'll definitely do that next time. I think it's much cooler. But one thing, because I couldn't go in my tent, I was like, this is awful. I went on another little bimble and managed to find people like Red, so Charlie and Lewis. Lewis, I keep on forgetting your character's name, but you are such a beautiful little feather-bound changeling.
Lewis's feathered brow. I've said to their face several times, it is amazing. It
honestly
is so groovy. I love it. I'm jealous of it. I really want one myself.
It's paired with the mustache. Just such a beautiful changeling. To stroke his ego slightly, and Red as well. Like, he's insane, literally. And it's
icy.
Literally. I really like the fact that as Claudia's stuck around for, I mean, this is her second year now. I think 2.5 years old as a character. The bonds that I've started making with my friends' characters means that I can be so much more friendly in the in-character spaces. So, like, I was walking past and I saw Danica, so I saw Yada playing music in their camp, and I just ran up to Danica and like gave them a hug because they're the most beautiful Naga I've ever seen. And then sort of was wandering around, found Red, found Lewis. Saw my old definitely not smuggler from the Brass Coast, who's played by an incredible person called Gwithian, who gave us, I don't even remember what it was, but one of the nicest cocktails and most incredible brownies. And the freeborn culture, so the culture within the Brass Coast where you turn up at their camp and you offer, like they have the whole offer up a coin for being hosted and things like that. And as I'm understanding things and getting more keyed in with the culture, it was really cool to have that little RP and just talk to people and learn about their groups and stuff. It's really, I just love it. I love a good bimble. Never get used to it.
Oh yeah.
But we had to prepare as the sun was beginning to set over Anvil. We had to start getting ready for Reaper's Fest. But Bungle, my love, my darling, we've gone on slightly too long. But I could talk for days about Empire. This episode is drumming up the keen again, and I can't believe I have to wait so long to get back in Anvil.
It's only 4-ish weeks.
Yeah, but I just don't like that. It's 4 weeks.
I know, but
it's unacceptable behaviour. And there's no more player events because we're full on into LARP season now. Although,
the LARP season's begun.
having said that, at the time of recording, Walk the Longest Johns is Walk the Longest Trods.
The Longest Johns is a shanty band.
Yeah, exactly. Walk the Longest Shanty Band.
Yeah.
So that's going on at the moment, which I'm excited to hear about. But one thing that I really enjoy and have enjoyed seeing an increase in engagement. I say engagement, that sounds awfully social media of me, but seeing people start interacting and telling us about what they got up to on the Saturday.
Yes.
Oh my God, dearest listeners, you lot are crazy.
Oh yeah.
So have you got the post up?
I have got the post up.
Whoa. Do you wanna tell us what some of our dear listeners got up to on their Saturdays?
Well, we got both Liberty and Thomas chatting about being healed by a crazy marcher.
I wonder who that was.
Yeah, so that was one of their highlights. Daniel, he got incited by someone hiding.
Nice.
So meaning an egregore had to sort of come up and ask the PID, and then went off to tell the person the results. So that was quite interesting for them. And having to read the 4 testimonies they have, including their newly acquired Dr. Sausage.
What?
Yeah.
I have
I'll have to ask Dan about that one. Yeah.
I have so many questions.
Yeah.
There was also the one thing is it Pixie? On the Facebook group was telling us about their testimonies, finishing off their 7 virtuous testimonies. Yeah. Oh my God, it's such a cool thing that I didn't even think about, like using testimonies like that.
That's absolutely insane.
Yeah. So thank you. We'll save some for the rest of our Saturday and into our Sunday. But oh my God, you guys are insane. Again, I will say it until the cows come home. And I think that a lot of our listeners have incredible game. Especially Becca and Andy Connell talking about their
Becca holding Druge. The meeting on Peace with the Druge, and Andy saying about being there not stabbing anyone.
Yeah, exactly. I got to hold a peace meeting with the Druge and not get stabbed, and then Andy saying managed to sit through a peace meeting with the Druge and not stab anyone. But I love it, and I love seeing you guys interact with our silly little posts. So thank you so much. Everything that you guys do to interact with us on Facebook, Instagram, on even listening to us on Spotify or whatever podcast streaming service you use. Every single comment, follow really helps boost us, and also it's just nice to not be constantly screaming into a void, dear Bung.
Yeah, it's nice to know we're not.
Yeah.
That's always pleasant.
Yeah, as I've said, I do tend to use this as little journal entries, so it's quite nice that people get enjoyment out of it. Specifically, thank you so much to our Patreons. You guys literally keep the lights on. So thank you. We understand that that money at the moment is a bit of a premium, so thank you so much to everybody who does help cover our costs of hosting, our licensing fees for our intro and outro music that I love just a little bit too much to get rid of. Every little bit helps, so thank you. If you are interested in joining our little group of Patreons and subscribing, you can go to patreon.com/the LARP Noobs podcast. I'll also pop it in our little post that we do. Every little helps, so thank you so much. If you want £15 off your first Empire ticket, there will be 2 codes in the description of the episode or on the post that we put out on Facebook. That will give you £15 off your first ticket to Empire, but also will give us a £15 credit, which helps cover our own ticket costs.
Yes.
Because my God, it's getting expensive, Bungle.
Yes, I mean, obviously the price of Empire did recently go up last year, I think.
Yeah.
But all Fest LARPs are not cheap. In fact, a lot of LARPs are not the cheapest.
Yeah,
but
I think it's it's good though, because it's helping LARP systems carry on. You know, it's one of those necessary things, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not free to either rent land or maintain land.
No. It's a expensive hobby for all those involved.
Yes.
But yeah, so thank you so much. And I hope that wherever you're listening to this dear little podcast, especially you little Reese boy, that we brought you a little bit of joy and help gear up for some keen. But I can't wait to talk through the rest of Saturday with you, because Reaper first. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.